In the previous episode, we flew into Chicago, ate square-cut pizza with good friends, and then again in Milwaukee. After we left the cities, we really started our Lake Michigan exploration in Sheboygan. In this episode, we are continuing north from Sheboygan along Wisconsin's coast through Manitowoc, Kewaunee, and eventually Door County. We fight some driving October rains for much of the day, but enjoy some local ciders and have better luck with weather the further north we get. At the northern tip of the Door Peninsula, between Lake Michigan and Green Bay, we take the car ferry to Washington Island. Just before a coming storm arrives, I wanted one last look at the largest flagpole in the United States before leaving Sheboygan. At 122 meters, it really is a stunner. As we move north on Lakeshore Road, the skies really begin to open up, and our visits to the Manitowoc County towns of Cleveland and Newton are heavily waterlogged. Thankfully, our only planned stops are at post offices. The rain has not given way by the time we reach the city of Manitowoc. But I am eager to visit the SS Badger, a car ferry service that goes across the lake to Michigan. There is not much to see at the moment, as no ferries are in the terminal, but the idea of this cross-lake ferry service is enticing for a future visit. This cuts the drive time substantially for Wisconsin residents that want to visit Michigan, as it eliminates the need to fight through Chicago and Gary, Indiana traffic. This ferry to and from Ludington, Michigan is actually part of US Route 10, to my knowledge the only national highway that crosses a Great Lake. The nearby Shipbuilder Badger is a 3.5 meter tall metal sculpture of Wisconsin's favorite animal, and on nicer days can be rotated almost 360 degrees to make sure he is looking the right way in your photos. Milwaukee and Manitowoc were the first cities in Wisconsin with shipbuilding yards. Over 200 ships were built here by hand between 1847 and 1900. The Badger is holding a caulking hammer, one of the traditional tools for building wooden schooners. The sculpture is one of the first things arriving passengers see when they depart the SS Badger. After fighting our way through autumn rain most of the morning, Nina and I are hungry and decide to stop at the Water's Edge restaurant. Just south of the convergence of the two rivers that give this city its name, the restaurant has sweeping views of Lake Michigan. importantly, it has really good food, and the French toast, eggs, and biscuits and gravy leave us ready to tackle the rest of the day. Thankfully, the rain subsides while we were eating and gives me the chance to see the city and its rivers from above. The slowly curving rivers are called twins, their names simply the East Twin and West Twin rivers. While the city has expanded past them, much of its core business district is between the two. As they finally meander through town, the convergence is very close to Lake Michigan, where a marina, 2 pierheads, and a light tower have been constructed. After checking in to the Grand Post Office, we leave town by following Sandy Bay Road. The official circle tour stays on Wisconsin Highway 42 north of Two Rivers, but this route runs much closer to the coast and straddles the Point Beach State Forest. Since our rental has Wisconsin plates, we are only charged $13 for our day pass, which will get us into as many state parks as we can manage before sundown. The Point Beach State Forest is home to the Raleigh Point Lighthouse, whose site is actively run by the government and therefore off limits to park guests. You can get great views from the beach though, so it is not much of a loss. The freestanding tower is unique in that it was transported here from the Chicago River and reconstructed and enlarged. The park is also the location of Point Beach, of course, an impressive stretch of sand that must be hugely popular in the warm summer months. Back to Wisconsin Highway 42, we press further north into Kewaunee County and towards the city of the same name. Along the way, a few detours onto smaller roads naturally entice us to get closer to the lake whenever we can. Kewaunee has another New Deal post office I want to see. This model was built often around the country during the 1930s, but inside is a one-of-a-kind mural depicting some of Wisconsin's beloved winter sports. Our next stop is a nearby roadside attraction, the likes of which I can never resist. This is the world's largest grandfather clock and is just under 11 meters high. Built in 1976 to adorn the Swoboda Furniture Factory and celebrate the nation's bicentennial, it moved to this small park in 2014. Afterwards, I am on a mission to find the historical marker near the lake where the very first vehicle ferry originated in 1892. Here in the harbor of Kewaunee, railroad cars full of flour from Minnesota were sent across the lake to be picked up in Michigan and eventually sent onwards from the East Coast, all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to Ireland, Scotland, and England. While getting some bird's eye views of the city, it was pretty obvious that another round of rain was rolling in. Once the drops started showing up on the camera lens, it was time to abort the mission and get back to the car. Luckily, this is the last wave of rain for the next few days. Sunny skies are about to reveal themselves just as we approach the beginning of Door County and head up the Door Peninsula. With sunny days in the forecast, today's weather does not bring us down. Instead, it lets us see things from a different perspective. Algoma is our last stop in Kewaunee County, another slow-paced city on the coast of Lake Michigan. The tourist infrastructure here gives it the feel of what we are about to experience up in Door County. From above, you can see good vantage points of the Anapi River, which flows through town and out to the lake. The river is only 24 kilometers long in total, but does originate to the northwest in Door County. We stay in Algoma long enough to let the rain finish, explore some local wines, and have a flight of ciders next door. With a bottle of cherry wine and some dry guava-flavored cider in the trunk, we drive north and find the county line just outside of town. We will be visiting the city of Sturgeon Bay on our way back down the peninsula in the next episode. Both highways that go up each side of the Door Peninsula converge and tie a knot here in what is the county's most populated place. We enjoy the views from the Bayview Bridge before heading back to the east coast to see the two lighthouses that guide vessels into the Sturgeon Bay Ship Canal. After a little over 2 kilometers, ships reach Sturgeon Bay and from there can get to Green Bay. This route cuts down on time and the danger of sailing through Death's Door at the top of the peninsula, which is the namesake of the county. More on that story when we get there. Our main goal for this afternoon is to reach the beautiful Peninsula State Park, but there are a couple of towns on the west coast in between. Now that the sun has joined us for the late afternoon, the brightest yellows, oranges, and reds seem to flicker like a bonfire. Even the greens seem more vivid than usual, surrounded by other colors. After the Fish Creek post office, we push north of town and immediately find the entrance to the Peninsula State Park. Officially established in 1910, Peninsula became Wisconsin's second state park and is nowadays still its third largest. The mostly forested coast is a popular place for Door County tourists that are taking a break from wine tastings and apple picking. The first stop for many entering the park from Fish Creek is the Eagle Bluff Lighthouse, which has been protecting these waters since 1868. If you time your visit right, you can take a tour and get to the top. The lighthouse is a very busy place, so we pull off just down the road to get our views of Eagle Bluff without disturbing anyone. After we round Eagle Bluff and pass Nicollet Beach, our next stop down the shore road is the Eagle Tower. This wooden structure is relatively new and has most recently replaced a tower that closed in 2015 from disrepair. At almost 20 meters off the bluff, which is already much higher than Lake Michigan, the point is a natural place for wide-ranging views to the north. Horseshoe Island is part of the park and clearly visible from the top of the tower, as is the Door County coast, which stretches past nearby Ephraim and up towards Washington Island. Ephraim is now home to beloved Southern California chef Carlos Salgado, who recently opened La Sirena here in town. It is the freshwater sister of Orange County's Taco Maria. While we were sad to lose him, we are jealous of the locals. If you pass through town, eat here. Ephraim is also our last stop for the day, and before eating, we check out the Anderson Dock. For longer than anyone has been alive, visiting sailors would add the name of their ship and date of arrival to the walls of the warehouse. The sun is up as early as we are, as we continue north the following morning. The first ferry from the mainland to Washington Island leaves at 8 a.m. Our goal is to be in line about 20 minutes early just in case others have the same plan. Unfortunately, the goats are not yet out on the grass-covered roofs of Sister Bay, so we breeze through town after seeing the post office. Ellison Bay does not seem to be awake either, the last town of any size before reaching the ferry at the northern tip of the Door Peninsula. Right before arrival, the famed curvy highway is a must-stop to admire. Just after sunrise, it also has the benefit of being almost completely empty. We will pick it up here in the next episode, as we board the ferry and make our way to Washington Island. We are headed there to find out about its Scandinavian settler history and the brutal expulsion of Potawatomi peoples that took place to make way for them.